Yeah, hi guys, very good మార్నింగ్. ఈరోజు క్లాస్లో మనము డాష్బోర్డ్స్లో రీసెంట్గా వచ్చిన ఇన్పుట్ విడ్జెట్ ఎలా యూజ్ చేయాలో డిస్కస్ చేద్దాము. సో బట్ డిస్కస్ చేయాలంటే లైక్ ఫస్ట్ విల్ క్రియేట్ వన్ శాంపుల్ బ్లాంక్ డాష్బోర్డ్ by clicking on create button here. So let's click on create button and click on the dashboard and select the blank dashboard here. Okay. So now select any one chart type. Okay, so chart type in the sense like any one chart widget. Okay, now select any one randomly any one data set. I'm selecting the DT's opportunity data set and I'm grouping it by stage. Okay, or else I can group it by any field. Okay, so let's take instead of chart, let's take table format here for now. Okay, so let's take table format. We'll come to the chart later. So let's click on here, take the DTC opportunity and take values table here. So now we can see amount here. Okay, so here, so I would like to apply filter on amount. Okay, so where I will go to the filter section and I'll click on the amount and I will select the operator as greater than maybe some any value. It can be anything. Okay, so now I will get the list of all opportunities whose amount value is greater than 680. Okay, now click on done. Okay, so now you can see this is the lens one. So but if you want to edit this one and to rename instead of lens one, so it's a lens one underscore one is a just generic name. This is a generic name. Okay, so click on edit instead of just lens underscore one, click on edit here and add any meaningful like name like opportunity table. Okay, so now click on update. So now you can see the updated label for the lens. Okay, now so I would like to apply input widget. This is the input widget here. Okay, so I would like to apply this input widget value to this one. Okay, so input widget is a recently maybe probably a year back it came and year back release. Okay, so here if you select this widget you can see the properties here. Okay, if you want to add any title for this one. Okay, so input widget for maybe opportunity amount. Okay, so this is the title that I would like to apply on this widget. Okay, so you can actually drag, make it lengthier or maybe. Okay, you can actually add it for the more width. Okay, so let's keep it as smaller as possible. Okay, next you can actually increase the font size. These are self-explanatory. Okay, so now you can see the left right alignment. Okay, now here you can see input values. Okay, so either you can have the input type as slider. So slider is nothing but you can actually slide through the values, or else you can have the free form input. Okay, so when you say free form input, so it will actually allow user to enter value manually. Okay, so that's how it is. Okay, so now since I am trying to apply, I am trying to pass user selections that user actually going to make to this widget. So I will actually increase its minimum value and maximum value. So here in the input section you can have the minimum value and maximum value. See, currently I have the minimum value as 1 and the maximum value as 100. So I would like to modify it. Okay, I can actually modify maybe minimum value. I can actually try to put the 75,000 and maximum value I can say 9 lakhs. 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so you can see those values here. So let's put 75,000. 1 2 3. Okay, next start value. Okay, so start value I don't want it start with 1. I would like to start with maybe 6,000. Okay, now input style. Okay, so these are the cosmetic changes that we can actually apply. So what is the background color and all we can actually uh, modify. Border color if you want to modify you can actually do. Okay, so next active color. So once you do any activation, so what is the active color? So title color, so if you want to modify the title color also you can actually modify. Okay, so this is the title color. So next widget styles. Okay, so if you want to have the complete background throughout the widget and the uh, border width you can actually increase it to 4 or 8 as per your need or as per the requirement. Okay, so on border color also you can put. Okay, so and you can see border radius. Okay, so this is how cosmetic changes that you can actually apply. So Now instead of free form, I would like to take it as a slider only because it will be very design friendly, I feel. Okay, so now whenever I change something here, okay, whenever I change something here, so I would like to see now 2,91,944, right? So I would like to pass this value to this widget. Okay, so how can I pass? Okay, so in order to pass to the this selections to this widget, so let's take the select this widget and copy its query ID. So this is the input underscore one. It's a query ID. Now go to my target or receiver widget and double click on it. Okay, so double click చేసిన తర్వాత సో నేను ఇక్కడ SAQL mode లోకి వెళ్ళాలన్నమాట. So here you can see chart mode, table mode and SAQL mode. ఇక్కడ SAQL mode లో సో ఎక్కడైతే నేను ఇక్కడ యూజర్ సెలెక్షన్స్ వేర్ ఎవర్ ఐ వుడ్ లైక్ టు పాస్ యూజర్ సెలెక్షన్స్ ఫ్రమ్ ద ఇన్పుట్ విడ్జెట్ సో వేర్ ఐ వుడ్ లైక్ టు పాస్ ఓకే సో ఐ వుడ్ లైక్ టు పాస్ ఇన్ ఏ 680 ప్లేస్ ఓకే సో ఇన్స్టెడ్ ఆఫ్ హార్డ్ కోడింగ్ ద 680 సో ఎక్కడైతే నేను 680 హార్డ్ కోడ్ చేశానో ఐ వుడ్ లైక్ టు పాస్ user selection in this place. Okay, so here you can see the add input. Okay, so using this by clicking on here I can actually see all the input widgets that have been dragged and dropped to the dashboard canvas. Okay, so currently I have only one input widget on my dashboard canvas, so that's the input underscore one. Now I'll click on add. So you can see now we have input underscore one, that's the query ID within the square brackets. Okay, now click on the run. Okay, okay, now you just click on update. Okay, now see how it actually reflects. Okay, so now if you actually see if you click on this drop down you can see the show details. So instead of 680 we are actually passing this user selection here. Now click on here. Okay, so now we have the amount greater than 1 because the default value we have here is 1. Okay, now I will actually slide through it. Okay, so now we have the condition where amount greater than this input value. Okay, so now so my slider value, I mean what are the input value that has been slided to is 2,921. Okay, so now this should has been passed to the amount filter. Okay, so I mean filter section. Okay, now you can actually again click on here and click on show details here and click on here. See 2,921 has been passed. Okay, so that means whatever the data that I have, whatever the result that is being shown here are the only the opportunity cards. అంటే ఇక్కడ ఏదైతే opportunity cards షో మనం చూస్తున్నామో ఆ రికార్డ్స్ అమౌంట్ గ్రేటర్ దాన్ 2,921 పైన ఉన్న సో ఇట్స్ మోర్ దాన్ 2,921 అమౌంట్ అనమాట. సో ఇఫ్ యూ అగైన్ scroll to the right, so 5,70,000. Okay, so again if you see the filter criteria, so like 5,70,000. Okay, so we are actually filtering it based on the input widget, so that's actually being passed to. Okay, so similar గా సో we can actually ఇలాంటి ఫిల్టరే మనము ఇంకొక కేసులో we can actually use this same input widget in some other case also. సో ఈ ఇన్పుట్ విడ్జెట్ అనేది సో దిస్ ఇన్పుట్ విడ్జెట్ will actually avoid the need for selection binding. Okay na, so ఇంతకు ముందు so previously we used to do the selection binding to pass any numbers. Okay, so now it will actually avoid that need. Okay, so now I will select one more input widget. Okay, so now I will take let's give its name as top n records. Okay, so that's what my input widget label is. Okay, I will select any one of the chart. Okay, instead of DTC opportunity now I will take any account data, sorry, account data set. Okay, so here I can see and I will group it by maybe type. Okay, so and I don't have any measure fields here. Okay, okay, I have annual revenue. Okay, and I will group it by shop type. Okay, now I have good number of, delete this one. Okay, now I will sort it by descending order. Okay, now click on done. So let's rename this, instead of lens underscore 2, let's rename this to accounts grouped by you can say account source. Okay, instead of lens underscore 2 ACCS grouped by ACC source. Okay, so that's the query name that I'm trying to give. Okay, that's I'm giving. Now drag and drop this to here. Okay, so ఇప్పుడు ఏంటంటే my requirement here is, so when I slide through, okay, so నాకు ఇక్కడ మినిమం వాల్యూ 1 ఇస్తాను. సో మాక్సిమం వాల్యూ ఐ కెన్ సే 10 ఇస్తాను అనమాట. ఓకే, సో లెట్స్ మాడిఫై దిస్ వన్. ఓకే, సో minimum value 1, maximum value is 10. That's what I would like to give. Okay, now let's see. Now I would like to pass these selections to this widget. Now copy this query id. Okay, ఈ క్వైరీ ఐడి కాపీ చేసుకోండి, డబుల్ క్లిక్ ఆన్ దిస్ వన్. ఓకే, సో ఇక్కడ లిస్ట్ లో ఐ మీన్ ఎస్ఏక్యూఎల్ కి స్విచ్ అయిన తర్వాత వెన్ ఎవర్ ఐ స్విచ్ టు ఎస్ఏక్యూఎల్. ఓకే, so here in the limit I will pass this value. Okay, so instead of 2000, so I will add input. So input to 2 is my new input value. Click on pass. Okay, so next click on here. Now we have one here. So now save this dashboard. Okay, so you can actually save it wherever the app that you would like to get stored. Okay, so input widget demo. Okay, let's save it. సో ఇప్పుడు ఏమవుతుందంటే లిమిట్లో పాస్ చేస్తున్నాం కాబట్టి, సో లిమిట్ అంటే ఏంటి, లైక్ 1 ఉంటే సో వన్ 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 రికార్డ్ ఐ మీన్ ఇట్స్ ట్యాబులర్ ఐ మీన్ ట్యాబులర్ ఫార్మాట్లో అయితే లిమిట్ 1 ఉంటే ఓన్లీ 1 రో మాత్రమే చూపిస్తుంది. లిమిట్ 10 రోస్ ఉంటే లిమిట్ 10 ఉంటే 10 రోస్ చూపిస్తుంది. సో ఇక్కడ డిసెండింగ్ ఆర్డర్ వీఆర్ యాక్చువల్లీ డిసెండింగ్ ఆర్డర్లో సార్ట్ చేసాము బేస్డ్ ఆన్ ద సమ్ ఆఫ్ యాన్యువల్ రెవెన్యూ, and we are taking the only the one in the limit. Okay, so if you see its show details, we have taken the limit as 1. That means so it will actually show one value. Now if I slide to the right, okay, so now we have the 2. Okay, so now I am seeing the 2. Click a bit right, see 3, 4, 5, 6, like this. Okay, so you can actually whatever the user selects here, so that gets on passed to the this widget. Okay, so ఈ విధంగా, so this is how we actually pass the input widget user selection I mean input widget selections to the receiver graphs. Either it can be a chart or it can be a table or anything. Okay, okay, so that's it for today's class. Okay, so we'll actually meet again for maybe in next class. We'll see what is the interactions in the dashboard. Okay, so thank you guys, keep listening. Okay, so subscribe if you haven't subscribed earlier. Okay, thank you.